Right, no messing around in this one. Let's just get straight to the point. Trading 212 is an easy app to use, and that's exactly why people make expensive mistakes. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 of these mistakes that could be costing you hundreds, if not thousands. That's enough intro. Let's get down to business and start with mistake number 1, using the wrong account. I want to share some stats with you. This chart from HM Revenue shows year on year what type of ISAs are opened by adults in the UK. As you can see, the vast majority of ISAs opened are cash. Which makes sense, right? People work hard for their money, so they want to keep it in a safe place where they know the value won't go down. In fact, only about 15% of adults in the UK have a stocks and shares ISA. And I guess that probably speaks more about the education in the country around personal finance than it does about the average person's risk tolerance. Anyway, I want you to imagine a scenario for a second. Pretend you have no knowledge about investing or how investing works, but you've heard about the benefits and you want to be proactive about things. Everything's on our phones now, right? It's at our fingertips. So you download the Trading 212 app and you're eager to get started. You go through the setup and then you're presented with these 4 accounts. Now keep in mind we're new to investing, and the purpose of downloading Trading 212 is to do what? Start investing, right? So with that mindset, it's not unreasonable to select the account that's called Invest Account and is described as commission-free investing for everyone. Selecting this account without fully understanding the ramifications could have huge long-term impacts. Most notably, this account is not tax protected. Say if over years of investing, your portfolio grows to over 6 figures, over £100,000. Now, when you come to withdrawing that cash, if it was in this general invest account, you'd have to pay tax on it, which you could have legally avoided by using the correct account. The account most people should be utilising when starting their investment journey is the Stocks and Shares ISA. This account is tax efficient, meaning that any gains or dividends you earn within the account are protected from tax. It's worth mentioning that at the time of recording this video, you can invest £20,000 per tax year into your Stocks and Shares ISA. Look, obviously this isn't financial advice, but most people should be utilising their ISA first just for that tax wrapper. And only once you've capped out on your ISA limit for the year, then maybe consider using a general invest account. It's easy to get caught out by this, especially in the beginning if your portfolio is quite small, because you won't really notice any impact. But as the years go by and your investments grow, becoming tax efficient really does make a significant difference. Mistake number 2, not utilising uninvested cash. There are a few caveats to this, but first, let me explain uninvested cash. You see, one of the great benefits of using Trading 212 is that it offers a flexible ISA. What that means is that you can seamlessly move your money between your cash ISA and your Stocks and Shares ISA. It's actually super user-friendly. A lot of people keep money they need access to in their cash ISA, and they only use the Stocks and Shares ISA strictly for investing. I guess it makes sense, right? However, if you deposit money into your Stocks and Shares ISA account but don't invest it, it's held as uninvested cash. Let's jump into the app and I'll walk you through it. If you select the cash ISA and then have a look at the interest rate, you can see here that it's 3.6% at the time of recording this video. But if we switch over to the Stocks and Shares ISA account, and if we click on this tab here that says interest on cash, I've turned mine on already, so you might have an option to say activate. You can see here that the interest rate is 3.8%. So no brainer, right? Just move all your cash over to your Stocks and Shares ISA for the higher rate. Well, maybe. There's just 2 key factors that you need to be aware of before you do this. The first is that uninvested cash is actually held in 2 separate ways. A portion is kept with banks themselves, and then the rest are put into qualifying money market funds, which are essentially very low risk investments. However, because this is a form of investment, this portion of your money is not protected by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, so you lose that element of safety and security. If you click on the interest tab and scroll down, you can see exactly where all your uninvested cash is being held. The second factor is that this option to hold uninvested cash in our Stocks and Shares ISA may be changing in the not too distant future. In the last budget, it was hinted that the ISA changes due to take place in April 2027 may change the rules about uninvested cash and how we hold it. It's a bit of a let's just wait and see at the moment, but for those of you that don't mind the extra risk, take advantage of the boosted rate while you still can. Before we move on, if you're finding value from the video, do me a solid and subscribe to the channel. It's a small act from you, but it really helps the channel out. I appreciate you. Mistake number 3, paying unnecessary fees. Now, I'm not talking about product fees here. I'm talking about moving money from your bank account onto Trading 212 itself. Check this out. If we bring up the deposit money screen, you can see that there are a number of ways to move money onto the platform. I've obviously linked my bank account to the app, so my details are saved, and you can see that here. But if you look at other options, you will see Apple or Google Pay and a card option. Also, notice the disclaimer here that if you deposit more than £2,000, you'll pay a 0.7% transaction fee. I really cannot see any good reason to use this option, especially when the instant bank transfer takes seconds and it's free. Mistake number 4, letting the news and social tabs influence your investing strategy. If we click the social tab, you're going to see an endless stream of information, facts, figures, charts, graphs, and everything in between. Now, before you start investing, you should really have a game plan or a strategy that you're going to follow. And in that case, the social tab is just background noise you're not really paying attention to. But if you're just YOLOing into the next big thing or following trends, then the social tab may make you make impulsive decisions that are based on emotion. Ideally, you want to be making informed, planned decisions, and the social tab may not be the right environment that promotes a calm, structured investing strategy. Mistake number 5, not using auto investments. This spills over from mistake number 4 in that automating our investments is a tool we can use to protect ourselves from making impulsive or emotional decisions. Think about your rent or your water bill. We're not going to leave that to chance on how we feel on a day. So we automate those payments so we can set and forget, and we know that they're going to take care of themselves in the background. It's the exact same principle here. If we click on the Pi button and create a new Pi, add instruments, and for the purposes of this demo, we'll just add Microsoft. Once we confirm that and move on, we're presented with this screen with 2 options, auto invest or manually invest. It's nothing you haven't seen before. Auto invest is literally like any direct debit or subscription that you've set up. You dictate the initial deposit amount, how frequently you want those deposits to happen, every month, every 2 weeks, or weekly. You can even set how long you want the auto investment to run for, 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years plus. The feature is quite flexible and you can definitely tailor it to fit your investing style, which is nice. Remember, half the battle with investing is just making sure that you stay in the race long enough, and automating your investments can go a long way to stopping you from prematurely hitting the eject button. Everything mentioned in this video is purely for educational purposes only and not financial advice. Remember, when investing, your capital is at risk, so please do your own research before making any decision. Let me know in the comments below if any of these tips helped you out. And if you're ready to get started on Trading 212, I've got a step-by-step guide that will walk you through the whole process. And on that note, I'll catch you in the next one, guys.